So earlier in the week, I saw TikTok and it made good observation that I started thinking of putting in my reviews. And they said critics don't really critique, they critique what they want to see instead of what it is. So you can wish a movie has this thing, but that's not actually the movie. What's shown in like the promotion and what the directors be saying for what their movie is going for is what you should critique. And it's not about, oh, this is bad, this is the worst thing ever. It's about what are the interesting ideas that they put out there and how could they improve it. And so I come to you today to talk about the movie Him. And if you don't know the movie Him, it stars Marlon Wayans and Tyreek Weathers. Tyreek Weathers, if you watch Atlanta, like I guess in the later seasons, and it was about a mixed kid, that's Tyreek Weathers. And he was in I Know What You Did Last Summer, which is really bad. But he was cool in all the stuff I've seen him in so far. And so Him is about Tyreek Weathers being, this rookie, all elite, generational type of talent going to the league. But for unknown circumstances, he gets his head, beat up. Basically gets a concussion. And it messes up his boot camp or whatever they have in the league. And he gets a second chance by getting invited to Marlon Wayans, who plays this legendary Tom Brady-esque football player, Isaiah White. He invites him to a boot camp for a whole week. And you expect, Isaiah White to basically see what Tyreek Weathers' character is going through, training, throwing the ball because he's a quarterback and seeing how he does in certain situations. But the more we get into the movie, the more you see, oh, it's more than that. This is a situation where other people can say, oh, he's an industry plant. He's here to get groomed and all that. And you get into those type of theories or conspiracies that you hear throughout the NFL, basketball, basically any type of professional sports. And that's basically, the premise of Him. Now, right off the bat, I want to tell you right now that this is not a good movie. It looks really good. The soundtrack is amazing. I think Marlon Wayans and Tyreek Weathers did a good job. Even sometimes Julia Fox does her thing. I mean, Julia Fox is in this movie. If you know her, she was in Uncut Gems. Now she's here. I thought she was pretty good too. But other than that, this movie was bad. And I'm going to tell you why it's bad. But first things first, I'm going to tell you the interesting things that I really like about it and what the director was going for. And as you heard before, they basically going through all the conspiracies that you hear through the NFL. Like the owners picking a certain type of quarterback that they want to, be the face of like the NFL or the NBA. Groom them to be, this elite athlete that everyone looks upon, kids, adults, everybody. Even the fact that in order for you to succeed in any type of league, you have to suffer. Not only suffer, from traumatic experiences, whether it's something to do with your parents or whatever's going on in colleges or overcoming things that you can't really overcome because of your disadvantages, whether it's living in a poor environment or not having, the physical attributes to be able to play in the league, or if you're going through a certain situation where people look at you different. And that's what they're going for with this movie. And I think what they did here is they give those certain types of pitches and ideas throughout the movie. They start out like, hey, here's a situation where this football player is groomed. Here's a situation where a legendary player like Isaiah White is passing the torch to this new generation. Or they might be holding it back because they don't want to give up what they known most for because they know football or basketball or any type of thing that they're professional at their whole life. So you're like, okay, these ideas are cool and really good. And if done really well, this could be a really great, excellent movie. Also, like I said before, the soundtrack is really cool. They play Gucci Mane Lemonade. That kind of got my head, bumping and all that because I love that song. And the cinematography looks good at certain points. And even though they had some weird choices with the way they used the football scenes, I thought it was really interesting. Also, not the very end, but something happens in the end where there's a twist. I'm not going to spoil it if you still plan on seeing it. But I thought if done well, this can be really interesting because certain athletes do go through that. Well, at least you think they go through that, and you're like, oh, that's interesting. But unfortunately, this was not well executed. Every scene, every idea that they had, they just pull away from. Everything is sporadic. Everything is out of control. They get to a point where, for example, they explain like Tyreek Rudder's character. And the important thing in his life is family, and that he cares about his family, and no matter what, he can't, separate from his family. But once he's with his family, it's like he don't care about them. He don't care about them. In fact, he think they're annoying. And so in my mind, I'm like, how do I believe that this character loves his family when we barely get to know him? You barely get to know his family. We don't have time with him. It's like you get like 5 minutes with him and he's annoyed by them. And then he missed. Okay, I'm not going to spoil that part. But it's certain things like that where they're not committed to what they're doing to develop these characters and showing that, oh, this character like Tyreek actually cares about his family. Also, why Marlon Wayans is doing what he's doing. And you know what he's doing, but we don't see no backstory with him. Not saying they have to show it, but show a little bit to see like, oh, okay. Matter of fact, I'm lying. There's something in the beginning that shows why he would do a certain thing. But then he talks about his backstory and you're like, man, it would be interesting if we see what he went through a little bit. But it's like they don't even care about that. And so I'm sitting here watching this movie and I'm like, man, this is a missed opportunity because I see the ideas that they're going for with this movie, but it's just not well executed. And I'm not gonna lie, Marlon Wayans, even though he's good, he do just act like Marlon Wayans in certain scenes, which makes you laugh, and you don't know whether to take it serious or to just laugh at the situation. You're like, dang, man, I wish I could see that this is a great performance, but then it just be funny, and I don't know if it was intentional or not. And so I just feel like this could have been way better than it should have been. Unfortunately, I didn't like I'm gonna say this. This is not a Jordan Peele movie. This is a Justin Tipping movie whose last movie is Kick, which I just found out about. And you can tell this is nothing like it's not fair to compare him to Jordan Peele because Jordan Peele is an amazing director. Like Get Out, Us, Nope. This movie is none of them things. In fact, sometimes in this movie, it feels like somebody trying to be Jordan Peele, but you see it on Tubi. Like it's really that disappointing of the things that they're trying to execute, and it's not well executed, like I keep saying. Overall, great ideas that could be really good. I'm not trying to be mean here. From a director that knows how to capture and develop characters and all that. In this situation, it's not really that. Marlon Wayans, Tyreek Rudders do give a good performance, like I said. Julia Fox is cool as well. The ideas that they put out are interesting, and the cinematography is really good, and the soundtrack is cool. But if you're thinking that this movie is this deep, great movie like the Jordan Peele movies, you're not gonna get that. So if you're still watching it, keep your expectations low because maybe it will be better for you. And this movie can be really cool for other people because I'm already seeing, other people saying I had theories and stuff that I really enjoy about the movie, and that's cool. But for me, it just wasn't, like I said, well executed for me enough to think that that's how deep they're going with this. So yeah, that's my little review for the movie Him. Also, subscribe to the channel, hit the notification bell, to get more videos from me. Also, share this video, and comment down below your thoughts on the movie as well. So that's it for my review. Peace.